Hey, what's going on, everybody? Tommy Star here. Thank you for clicking on this video. Welcome to my latest physical media update, all my pickups for the month of May. Well, welcome back to the channel, everybody. So happy you could join me here today. Hope you're all having an awesome weekend. We are back with another movie update, nice and early this month. 37 pickups in May, and a big chunk of it is a lot of stuff I got at Texas Frightmare a few weeks ago from a lot of their boutique booths. So the biggest stack is definitely horror. Then we got a couple of A to Z, not a lot this month. A nice big stack of some really cool still books as usual. And then for boutique, we have a couple Scream Factory, a couple MVD Rewind, 2 Kinos, and a Blue Underground. But as usual, before we get into all the goodness, if you are not yet subscribed to my channel and you enjoy seeing what people pick up each and every month for their physical media collections, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below and don't forget the notification bell. That way you'll get an alert every time I upload a new video. And if you enjoyed this update here today, give it a like. Okay, so we're going to kick things off with the horror. Like I mentioned, I got a ton. First up is the Horror Pack exclusive number 95. We have sequel, Cruel Summer 2. So last month in the Horror Pack, we got the first movie. Now we got the second one. So the next two here I picked up in Texas. I stopped by David Sterling's booth. I never met him before, and he produces a lot of horror titles, so definitely was cool to meet him. We have Things. I believe this is a horror anthology film. And then I got the Axe Grinder collection, all 5 Axe Grinder films. I have the first one, never did have all the sequels, so I figured I'd pick this up. He was selling these for a really good deal, so again, really happy I finally got to meet him. Okay, moving on to the slips. First up, we have the new Blumhouse/Lionsgate film, Imaginary. Pretty cool cover. Heard some mixed things about this, but definitely interested in checking it out. I also stopped by the Wild Eye Releasing booth in Texas. I'm really happy I was able to find them. I got 5 titles here for 40 bucks, really good deal. Definitely some stuff I've wanted for a while, and they all got slips, which is always a bonus. First up, we have Smoke and Mirrors, a Tom Savini documentary. Then we have The Dead Girl in Apartment 3, and this has Adrienne King in it. There's her on the back. Then we have Wicked Ones. Don't really know much about this one, but it looks pretty cool. Death to Metal. And the last one here, Don't Fuck in the Woods 2. So the first one I got in the horror pack like a year or two ago. This one came out a while back. It was going for like 30, 35 bucks on Amazon. I didn't want to pay that much money for a movie like this. So when I found it for 10 bucks in Texas, yeah, definitely had to grab it. Okay, next, the 4K horror. I got these in Texas as well at the Full Moon booth. These are their first 2 4K releases, and I wanted them for a long time, but they've always been about 40 bucks on Amazon. They never really went down, and they had them at their booth for 15 bucks with slip. So really happy to finally pick these up. We have Trancers, and we have Puppet Master 3, Toolin's Revenge. Why we got just part 3 on 4K and not like the first 2, I don't know, but still happy to have these in the collection. And the last horror pickup from Paramount, we finally have The Crow on 4K. Such a cool movie, and I couldn't be happier to have this on 4K. All right, that takes us to the A to Z pickups. First up, the only Blu-ray I got. From Lionsgate, we have Arthur the King, the latest Mark Wahlberg film. I almost wasn't going to get this, but I do like Mark Wahlberg, and based on a true story, it looks like it could be all right. So kind of grabbed this at the last second. Next up is a movie I wanted to get on 4K for a while. I have the second movie on 4K and the first one on Blu-ray, so this is an upgrade. Finally found it on eBay with a slip for a decent price, and that is Sing. This one was kind of tough to find for some reason with the slip. From Paramount, we have the 4K for Bob Marley, One Love, a new biopic film here. Definitely excited to check this out. I love biopics. And the last A to Z pickup is the latest DreamWorks film, Kung Fu Panda 4. Okay, on to the boutique. We're going to start with the 2 MVD Rewind titles. We finally got number 57 in the line, Hardware Wars. This got delayed a few months, so happy to finally have it. And then number 60, the most recent MVD rewind, a movie called Sabotage. We got a new 4K from Blue Underground, a movie called Death Dream. Don't really know anything about this, but you know me, I collect all these Blue Underground 4Ks, so happy to have a new one for the collection. Okay, on to the Kino Lorber. First up, we have Revenge of the Ninja. I mentioned this before, I believe it was last month. I got Enter the Ninja, which was the first in this series. Now we have the second, and the third one is called Ninja 3, The Domination, which Scream Factory put out a couple years ago. So really happy to finally have all these movies in the collection. Next up here is a collection of movies that I would never buy if it wasn't for the fact that this is the latest in Kino's new Kino cult line, number 7. We have Burlesque Classics by Irving Klaw, Teaserama plus Varieties and Buxom Beauties. I have no idea what this is. Like I said, since it's part of Kino's new Kino cult line, number 7, I had to get it, but I'm telling you, it's kind of having me think twice in collecting this new series. All right, ending the boutique with the Scream Factories. The first two here are Blu-ray collector's editions. First up, we have Orphan. Now, this was already on Blu-ray, so why we didn't get this on 4K, I have no idea. But you know me, I got to collect all the collector's editions, so I had to pick it up. And then we have The Island of Dr. Moreau. This actually looks pretty cool. It's got a good cast in here. And the last Scream Factory is actually a pretty cool one. First time to 4K title of a favorite horror film of mine. Why it's not a collector's edition, I have no idea. I mentioned this in the unboxing. It's the 35th anniversary edition, but it should be a collector's edition. So weird, but we have Killer Clowns from Outer Space, finally on 4K. And then we did get an alternate slipcover, which we only really get on the collector's edition. So again, don't understand, but love the new art. Okay, ending with the steelbooks as usual. First up is another pickup from Texas. I got this at the Dark Sky Films booth. And this is a movie that's supposed to be out in like a month, but they had it there early, so pretty happy about that. And it's a movie called The Last Kumite. This movie looks badass. There's a few like 80s action stars in it, like Billy Blanks, the actor who played Tong Po in Kickboxer. And then it also has Kurt McKinney in it, who played in a favorite 80s martial arts film of mine called No Retreat, No Surrender. He was the main kid in it. I don't think I've seen him in any other movie besides that one. So it'll be pretty interesting to see him nowadays, but definitely a cool looking steelbook, and I'm very excited to check this movie out. There's the back, there's it all opened up, and the inside. Next up, the 4K steelbook for Bob Marley, One Love. Really cool looking steelbook. There's the back. There's it all opened up. And the inside. Next are a couple new Vestron steelbooks. I'm really happy they're continuing to put these out. This first one here is definitely my favorite. We have The Gate. Love the look of this. Love the colors. There's the back. There's it all opened up. And the inside. And the other one is The Lair of the White Worm. There's the back. Cool looking art. There's it opened up. And the inside. Next up from Paramount, we have the 4K steelbook for The Crow. And this is the one you can just order off Amazon. Walmart did have an exclusive steelbook for this movie as well, but I went with this one. Of course, we got that cool slipcover. Go ahead and pull that off. There's the art underneath. There's it all opened up. And the inside. From Scream Factory, we have the 4K steelbook for Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Really love the look of this steelbook. They did a good job with it. There's the back. There's it all opened up. Nice continuation. And then the inside. Okay, and the last steelbook and my last pickup for my May physical media update is a steelbook I've wanted for a while. Initially, you could only get this on Zavi, and I missed out on it. But I finally was able to pick this up through Diabolic DVD, and that is Season 2 of Chucky. I have the first one, so I had to get the second one. Really cool looking art. There's the back. There's it all opened up. Badass. And the inside. Well, there you have it. All 37 pickups for the month of May. As always, some really cool stuff. But that will do it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think of my pickups for May. What did you guys find in the month of May? And if you would, share the video around. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.